Cecil, the protagonist from Final Fantasy IV, is my favorite Final Fantasy protagonist. And I know what you're saying. Not Squall, not Typhus. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, I already forgot the name. Cecil, sorry. So sorry. So yes, Cecil, why is my favorite character is because a lot of the Final Fantasy protagonists are very dark. They have a dark story. They're heroes, but they suffer, you know. And Cecil is no exception. Cecil was orphaned. That was him and Kane, his best friend. Some of the protagonists, they were orphaned. They got adopted by the king, and the king was this really righteous man, a person that you love, a person that cared about the kingdom. So much so that Cecil wanted to do everything for him. He even took the dark art and became a dark knight, literally having to sacrifice his life to inflict more damage. Cecil is amazing because at the very beginning of the game, you get to see my hair. They're fucked today. You get to see that the king asking them to do missions that aren't normal. They aren't normal at all. So what is kind of cool is that Cecil he started asking questions, but at the same time, that's the man he loved. That's the man who raised him. You know, so it's hard. He goes against everything he loved. He goes against his home. He goes against his girlfriend. He goes against his father. He goes against his best friend. And why Cecil is so cool is because it is a path of. He always was like a dark knight. Always self-sacrifice, but it's a path of becoming a hero, not not becoming a hero by doing heroic thing, becoming a hero because he is supposed to be a hero. He was always meant to be a hero. He has his destiny where he becomes a paladin, and there's this classic darkness versus light. Cecil has done a horrible thing as a dark knight. As a paladin, he can be a hero. Even the best thing about the game, the thing about Cecil is the time where you become a paladin. Is a time where you attack. So at the beginning, they look at you and they're like, "Yo, you're this dark knight. You killed a lot of us." Even when you're a paladin, they still like, "Oh, I don't trust you because you killed a lot of us." You know. So Cecil is constantly being forced to be a hero, being forced to lead this quest, right? Even in Final Fantasy IV, even most of the time, like not all the time, but very often, we have the party member just leaving us. They're just leaving us. They're just moving on the mission, and Cecil, a lot of the time, he's alone. Sure, there's always a party, but he's always alone because the party's ever changing. It's such a good story because Cecil is in a quest to find himself, but also saving the world. He comes from this guy who was supposed to serve, to the guy who's supposed to lead. He comes from a guy who was willing to do everything for victory, and now he's willing to do everything to defend the people. It's very different. I always believe in the good versus evil, and Cecil is the embodiment of both. It's a constant battle inside of him. For example, we all know that there's a lot of chances that if we were to finish a game as a Dark Knight, we'd be stronger than the Paladin. But the Paladin is the one that's going to bring peace. As always, know that I love you. Cecil, my favorite protagonist, and for the simple reason that he's different. You get to experience the change with him, you know. In life, you go through dark times. You have to do some sacrifices. You have to do it's super easy to do the unmoral thing, but then you have to do the moral thing because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. You have to make sure that others are happy, because if others are happy and you're happy, then you're truly a shitty person. As always, love you guys. Peace.